Hey guys, it's Mr. Kurtz, and I'm so sorry that hey guys was not 14-year-old influencer worthy, but you know what? Not really trying to influence too much, just want to take you on a virtual field trip. So anyway, I'm going to be social distancing. I'm going to be taking gloves with me and wipes, sanitizer, and everything else, but man, we are going to go on a trip. We're going to leave Santa Ana, and we're about to head off to Riverside. So thanks a lot. Come along and join me, and let's go have a good time, but let's be safe, and I'll see you at the next stop. Hey guys, it's Mr. Kurtz again. I'm in Riverside, and I'm just going to show you that I'm prepared. Thanks to my lovely daughter, I have this bendable tripod. I also have, to show that I'm prepared, ta-da, gloves. And of course, I have the ever-present necessary sanitizer. And I will be doing social distancing and get ready for our first stop. So here we are at the parent Washington Naval Orange Tree, and you can see the historic marker right here. And actually the orange tree is behind this kind of curtain type enclosure to protect it. But anyway, the deal is in the 1870s, Riverside was kind of this dusty little town, more of like a stagecoach stop. And this woman by the name of Eliza Tibbets, who liked to dress up like Queen Victoria of England, she thought she looked like her. She wrote to the Department of Agriculture back in Washington, D.C. and asked if there was anything that would grow really well out here. And they had just received some trees from Bahia, Brazil. And these were orange trees. And they thought they might work well in Riverside. And it turns out they actually grow better in Riverside than they do anywhere else in the world. And these oranges that they produced, these Washington Navals as they're called, were the best oranges anyone had ever eaten. Until that time, oranges grown anywhere, including California, kind of had thick skins, weren't very tasty, and had thick seeds. But these were seedless oranges, really good eating. In fact, those are the oranges you might have seen in old pictures that they would wrap up in kind of cellophane and even put in people's stockings at Christmas. Because if you lived on the East Coast and you got a California orange at Christmas time in your stocking, man, that was like candy. Anyway, the cool thing about these trees, the interesting thing about these trees, is that every navel orange today can trace its history to this tree right here. Because these navel oranges don't have seeds, you can't replant them, you have to take the branches and graft them onto a new rootstock from like a sour orange tree. And so every orange tree producing these navel oranges that are so popular can trace their history back to this tree right here. In fact, these oranges sold so well that soon everyone in Riverside was growing these things. And Riverside became the wealthiest city in America, and they called it California's second gold rush, and probably produced more money than the actual first gold rush. Okay, we're gonna head on. So guys, we're on Victoria Avenue, which is a main street running through Riverside, right through the heart of Washington Naval citrus country. And we're gonna go over here and see one of the remaining citrus farms. And this used to be everywhere, not just in Riverside, but out to San Bernardino, Los Angeles County, Orange County. Oranges everywhere, but these grand old streets like Victoria remain in some places. And look at these beautiful palm trees lining the road. We can see the hills in the background. Anyway, once upon a time, this is kind of what it looked like in Tustin, and Santa Ana, Orange, Placentia, Yorba Linda, look just like this. Of course, in Orange County, we were growing more Valencias than we were growing the navel oranges, and the Valencias are used for juicing. They're a more yellow orange, and the navel oranges, while they're delicious, don't work well for juicing, and so we would use the Valencia oranges, which were developed in Santa Ana. That's actually where they were invented or hybridized. So anyway, we're going to continue on to another orange location before we end our exploration of orange history, the second gold rush. Well, it's still navel orange season here on the last day of March, and man, it smells good out here. Now right here, it's closed today, no surprise, but this is the California State Citrus Park. 248 acres of preserved orange groves. And I wish you could just smell it right now. The orange blossoms are just, oh, it smells so good. And this park is set up on historic citrus land to look very much like an estate of orange groves would have looked back in the late 1800s and early 1900s. And they also have what is intended to look like an early 20th century park in the middle of it. Just an amazing place. I encourage you to visit here sometime. You can't pick the oranges off the tree, but if it's on the ground, you feel free to pick it up and enjoy yourself. And across the street, we see other groves and oranges for sale, and they are open. Okay, guys, before we leave the State Historic Citrus Park, I wanted to stop here at this entrance building that was created to look like a roadside stand from the early to mid 20th century. These were all over Los Angeles, Riverside, San Bernardino, Orange counties. My dad talks about stopping at stands like these on the way to Knott's Berry Farm from Los Angeles and drinking so much orange juice he actually made himself sick. But anyway, it's a little loud right here, so we're gonna move on to the next. Guys, guess what? Look what's open today. The Garcia produce stand, a modern day orange stand. I'm gonna go in here. Look at this. Riverside Maples, the best in the world. Oh man, ooh, some avocados too. All right, also grapefruit, mandarins, lemons, and blood oranges. Oh man, I'm gonna get some of those too. All right, but definitely the navel orange, okay? Cool. Take a picture of that. This is for my students. I'm a teacher, and so I took them on. I'm taking them. All right, making a gas stop. Notice I am prepared, but I'm gonna go inside first. I'm gonna get myself a treat. Try to make up my mind here. I'm gonna get some M&Ms, and let's see. So many choices. Twix. Soda. And with that, guys, we're going to put our virtual field trip to Riverside on pause. Make sure you do the check-in question for today, and that's available on Google Classroom. And then tomorrow, we'll get back in the car and we will continue our virtual field trip to Riverside. We're going to see the Mission Inn, get something to eat. Well, virtually, that is. Sorry about that. Until then, don't forget that I love you. Jesus loves you. And have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.